Hey, how are you doing? My name is George, and this topic is going to be about people that are interested in call centers in the Philippines. And I wanted to, because I've been looking at some of the topics, and I see how many people are outsourcing. So if you're a small business to medium-sized business, that's the only people I can assist because somebody that's at a corporate level, we're talking about. I mean, let's say for logistics, because that's my primary thing, what I'm into. Um, they can afford to send somebody here just as well, to set these call centers up. But I'm doing this on behalf because I've got access to a lot of different people that need employment because they want someone to work from home. They've got the basic gear that they need, computer, noise canceling headset, high speed internet, but they need to be put on some kind of salary. These folks they don't prosper very well or really push forward as well as you would think, being on a commission-based process. But the average employee here working 40 hours a week, you can get more out of them than that, but 40 hours a week, which is standard employment time, is about 200 to 300 to roughly $350 per month. Okay, so that's like less than $2, $1 and a half per hour. So if you're interested in knowing more, I'm going to keep it short. Get a hold of me. We can go over it. They've all worked in call centers, like they work for J.P. Morgan, Lowe's, Home Depot, Comcast, a lot of the big companies that we have inside the United States because they're outsourcing it. And then again, there's a lot of stuff moving back into the home settings where it's remote because the overall economy in the United States is basically it's cutting back a lot. The people that always had the excess money to afford these things are saying that they're not economically not able, which in turn that affects the company's overall profitability. So they downsize according to how many staff members they need. Now, once you hire these members, you ain't got to worry about them leaving because they know if they quit the position that they're looking at maybe even a year or 2 years to possibly finding their next employment. Give me a second, sorry. but anyways, they know that the possibility of finding employment is going to be a minute. So, but they came from call centers. They speak perfect, fluent English. Even I've got a southern accent, and they've got like no accent. It's not like when you're dealing with India call centers. How the Indians from India have got the accents that it just kills Americans. So when they're dealing with customers, whether it's a customer service or it's something like dispatch or recruiting or whatever it might be, then that becomes a really big factor when it comes to dealing with whoever is American born in the United States, because it always turns a candidate off. First thing they hear is an accent. Oh, you're not from the United States, and we all know this scenario because we all make calls and like, can you give me an American so I can hear clearly or I can understand them clearly? And so it's always been an issue. So they're really good at that. Their computer skills are up to good, really well. Even though it is a bad situation poverty-wise, what people actually make here based on the economy, they're really professional. I've been inside the call centers. I've seen how they're set up. I see the businesses that they have. You can easily go in and get a building, get ever how many seats that you need, get the equipment in there, and it's up and running. And so, like say for example, even though they're coming to the call center daily, they come in professional. They go through a process of boarding. And even when they unboard from these call centers, if they do not get processed out correctly, the chances of them are having very, very, very difficult time of getting on with another call center is really hard because here accountability on the way you perform and the way you behave coming in and out of a company is evaluated. So that's one thing that's a plus as well, because in the United States, people just quit the job and, they know they'll find another job because, we do have lots of jobs in the United States. Not that the money's paying the best based on the overall economy, but there's lots of jobs to be had in the United States. So if you need some assistance with this, or even just want to discuss it with me, you got multiple ways that you can get a hold of me. You can easily go onto Telegram, and mine's at Truck Driver Nation. Once you get it there, send me a message, or you can call me 201-343-1118, or you can get a hold of me at Truck Driver Nation, the number 1. So it'd be Truck Driver Nation with the number 1 at gmail.com, or you can go in and just find me on Facebook, George DeLorme. But if you need assistance, I can easily help you out with this and work with you on it. Obviously, I'm not real whatever about what, I mean, obviously I got to make an income, but I'm not one of these people that really just charge you a ton of money. I know right now most people can't afford it. So why would I outmarket myself? That just kind of beats the purpose of what I'm doing here. But since I saw the issues of how people, their big interest on Filipino call centers or hiring Filipinos to have their own home-based call centers, or if you want to open a small call center. I even know the call centers. I know great places where it's not, you're having to lease these buildings for long periods of time. You can do it for short stints, month by month as well. So I've learned a lot about the different parts of it, but this can be discussed more, once you communicate. But I'll put this into a YouTube video and put it as a link on some different platforms, and see what everybody thinks. I'd love to work with you, see what we can work out. But besides that, I appreciate it. Everybody have a great day, and just remember, you're from the United States, and you are extremely blessed, no matter how bad you think it is right now. And I understand, because I deal with top executives. I'm not a top executive. I never wanted to be. I just want to live my life. But the thing is, I deal with these folks, and they express their concerns. They express the fact of the major downturn, especially on the logistics side, and I see what's going on, and it ripples throughout every industry, because you can't mess with logistics and not affect everybody else, because that's where it begins and ends on everything anyways. But anyways, get a hold of me and we'll go from that point. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and have a blessed day.